Back when Harry Potter was popular and the string of movies started coming out, kids would come up to me and ask, "Are you related to Tom Felton?" Tom Felton was the actor who played Draco Malfoy in the films, and since we both shared a last name, that seemed to be the first thing that my friends assumed. At first I said no, thinking surely if we were related, my parents would have told me. After a while, however, when I realized that this mistake could potentially lead to a boost in popularity, I changed my answer to an enthusiastic yes. Tom and I are third cousins twice removed. I completely ignored the fact that we looked nothing alike, him having pale, pasty white skin and me having quite the opposite. Though this started out as a lie, the more I said it, the more I began to believe it. What if I really was related to this British actor? What if one day he does show up to the Felton family reunions? With hope in my young heart, I approached my parents and actually asked, "Am I related to Tom Felton?" "Who is that?" "The guy in Harry Potter." "The main character?" "No, the blonde one." "That Malfoy dude?" "Yes." "Girl, no. Get on somewhere." So that was that, I guess. But they seemed so sure. How would they know? I pressured them for several more days. It wasn't until the third day, just after my mother's nap, that she explained to me that the only relation I might have to Tom Felton, that his family might have owned ours years and years ago. I stopped asking. That was the first time I ever really thought to Google my name. I was curious to follow the line all the way back to my ancestry to discover my roots and where the last name Felton even came from. Eventually, the hefty fee requested of me from Ancestry.com deterred me and I had to cut my search short. This did, however, lead to an interest in my first name. I wanted to know what Jordan even meant and where my name came from. Derived from the River Jordan, meaning descend or flow down according to the Bible, in case you didn't know. But I never actually was that curious to know how many people share my name. I mean, surely a lot. Jordan was a very popular name in the 90s. Number 29 on the most popular names for boys and number 50 on the most popular names for girls in 1995, the year I was brought to this earth. During my time in school, there was always at least one person named Jordan in my grade. From around 3rd grade to my senior year, there was always guaranteed to be a Jordan. Usually boys, but there was the occasional girl whose parents also wanted to follow the unisex name trend that dominated the 90s. For whatever reason, I always found myself in one-sided competitions with these other female Jordans, always wanting to be the pretty one, or the funny one, or the cool one, or the smart one. I was never any of those. At best, I'd assume people thought of me as the quiet one. Loudoun Times-Mirror has a seemingly random story about a bodyguard named Jordan Felton who guards various celebrities with his life. "He's got your back," the title reads. There's a photo of Mr. Felton on a plane next to Floyd Mayweather. This guy is a whopping 6'4" and travels with a group of security guards he likens to the A-Team. It's clear that this Jordan has way more strength than I. He states the number one rule of his profession is to be a bodyguard, not a groupie. I'm thinking about what I would do if I were in his shoes. Like, if Beyonce were around me 24/7 and she was constantly so radiant she could practically be a sun sitting right next to me, and she calls Blue Ivy to sit in her lap to read her Dr. Seuss books dipped in gold while Jay-Z tries to shoot the breeze with me about football and sports, would I still have the mantra of be a bodyguard, not a groupie ingrained in my head? Short answer, no.